This is presented to you by Social IT. Please visit http://superengine.ro. 1. The few articles that I wrote in 2007 about the wedding day.
The wedding day. It's the most important day in the life of a couple. When two people decide to unite their lives, a wonderful magic will happen, and they must both be prepared for the changes that will take place all around them. They have to share the joy and happiness with their loved ones in a day that is called the wedding day. Wedding planner. A wedding planner must be very attentive to all the details to make the special night, to remember for all the guests that will came to the event, so it will be remembered as a fairy tale of which you've always dreamed. He will have to take care of the wedding flowers and decorations, the fabulous menu, the music, the groom and bride special arrangement, the wedding activities, the photo shoot and the video recording memories, and maybe the transport arrangements of guests in some cases. It's a big deal to work it out, so everything to be dreamy. Wedding traditions. The traditions in wedding are very various and depends on country, city, family roots, cultural roots and various religious beliefs that shaped marriages for thousands of years. Almost all of the customs we observe today in a wedding are echoes of the past traditions: the veil, the wedding rings, the beautiful flowers, the big wedding cake, or the getaway car adventure, and all these events that were put on the paintings at first, grain old photos, color photos, and now also on video and audio recordings as we go and step into the future. From France came the throwing the garter and tossing the bouquet tradition, which was considered that brings good luck and it's used in many weddings today. Breaking of grass on the wedding day came from Jewish traditions as the guests applaud. In the Orient, the throwing of rice on the couple has always been symbolic of wishing prosperity and good luck to them on the road ahead. A curious tradition is that tying shoes to the back of the couple's car that came from Tudor times, or the father of the bride to throw the shoe at the groom as a surrender sign and good luck. Some African American wedding tradition tells us of the jumping the broom, which is used even today on their weddings. Another American tradition in the Midwestern states is the newlyweds dance. The guests have to pay $1 for that, and the couple uses the cash for their honeymoon. Carrying the bride over the threshold is another old tradition, when it was considered ladylike for the new bride to give herself to her new husband, that would often have to carry the bride over to encourage her to go in. Old legend tells us that this is because the bride was not going to go peacefully into the bridegroom's abode, so she was dragged or carried across the threshold. Wedding romance. The wedding romance involves little poems written with love one for another, spoken in front of the priest, and beautiful poems written for the bride and groom by friends, family, and loved ones that will be shared on that special night when all the family comes together to party all night. Then 4 bride party members as bridesmaid, groomsmen, maid/matron of honor, best man and child attendants. Some little poems or best wishes can be told to set the newlyweds on to a good start. To make the event special, little gifts can be exchanged between the lovers, like small chocolate shaped like a heart, or a funny little fluffy toy for the enjoyable spirit of the partners. The wedding cake. The wedding cake is always something special that needs to be very impressive, and also very big if you have many hungry guests. The cake must be decorated in a special unique way, and be chosen to integrate into the big picture of the wedding. If generally the groom and the bride will select the cake, the wedding planner must make some selection and give suggestions to the couple. Today the range of style in which wedding cakes are made is so wide it's always difficult to select one. From classic style and creative, from white tears dripping with sugared blooms to chocolate layers topped with fruit, it's a real struggle to find a cake that suits your taste. Selection is really hard. What to select? White classic, retro style, trendy with tulips, or maybe a fantasy garden? Chocolate dream looks taste, but can we have pretty and pink? Cherry on top or lovely lilac are just some of hundreds of wedding cakes, and it's up to you what you like. The getaway car. The getaway car with the bride is a must-have on any wedding, to spice up the event. Basically, the groom's best man takes the bride on a getaway car, and the groom is left, and he must try to recover her bride. Often he will try to track her down or just phone the best man, and offers him something to make him return his wife. The car can be decorated, and this part of the night usually happens at the end of the party, when all the guests are a little tipsy, and the groom maybe can be too. So if you prepared all the details, and you are set to go, have a dreamy wedding. Make your guests feel good so they will remember your wedding. Have a wonderful time, and prepare yourself for the honeymoon. It's going to be a blast.
This was presented to you by Social IT. Please visit http://superengine.ro